Hello everyone, welcome back to another beginner's C++ tutorial series episode. This is going to be episode number 45, I believe. I stopped on 45 earlier and now I'm just getting back into it, and I'm redoing this lesson because it wasn't going quite how I wanted to. So this is going to be the beginning of our case study and me sort of rebooting this series and going where I want to with it for a change. So we're going to start off in a different way than what we've been doing. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to initially open by creating a class. We're going to call it player character. We're going to give ourselves a decent amount of room here. And we're going to create we're going to do a few things. We're going to allow ourselves to overload the constructor. I haven't talked about overloading at all. I know, I'm really bad about that. So what we'll do is we'll do player character and then just an open and close paren. And then we're going to do another one, player character, open and close paren again, but this one's going to take in a variety of stuff. So we're going to do string, int, string and 6 ints. Yeah, it looks about good. And then we'll create a destructor for both of them. And that's going to be called player character open and close paren. That's it. And then we're going to declare what the strings are going to be right in here. So we're going to say, what each of those things is going to be right in here. So we'll say string name, int, let's say strength, int dex, int intellect, int, I don't know, strength, dex, intellect, luck, I guess. And then we'll do int max HP and int max MP. As those seem like very sort of RPG things to be doing. So then we're going to come out of that and we're going to create a few different things. We're going to do one just like this, and we're going to call player character. Player character. And once again, we are going to come in here, and this is what's going to happen if the user should call to make a player character with absolutely no data passed to it. We basically want to treat this as though it's an error. So we will create a character here. It's just going to have either bad values or no values, and it's just going to be something that the user can't use. So we'll say string, actually wait, we should just say name equals blah, and then we'll do each one of these. I'm just going to copy paste, save a little bit of time. And we're just going to set each of these values equal to 0. So clearly, if they don't use our constructor the way that we want it to be used, it's not going to work out well for them. This game will not be very playable, to say the least. So, okay, we're going to leave that at that, and now we're going to create our real constructor. And this one is going to be a lot more usable. And that's going to be string int 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 int. And this time we're going to do we're going to change these around a bit. And we'll just say D, or I'm sorry, SD I L max H and max M. And so what we'll do here is we're going to set each of these obviously to what we want them to be. And let's just say that CNAME. So we'll say name equals CNAME. And then we're going to copy all this crap again. And we're going to do basically the same thing, and we're going to set them equal to the values that are passed. So we'll do D and then I L max H and max M. So far it's been pretty boring, hasn't it? So we're going to come into int main and we're going to ask our user some questions. Finally, we're doing a little bit of user interaction. I'm sorry these first 5 minutes have been really boring. Oh, actually I have one more boring thing to do. Player character. And then it should be one more of those. And we're going to create our destructor. So if you haven't guessed what we're going to do yet, we're just going to grab each of these. Actually, you know what? I'll grab them from here since there's less junk to get rid of. Okay, so we're going to grab each one of those, and instead of having their type, we're just going to put delete in its place. So this will accurately blow up objects as we feed them to it. Okay, lovely. So with that being done, now what we're going to do is finally get into main and start asking questions. So we'll start by saying, what would you like to name your character? And before we do that, let's create a string and call it str. We'll set it equal to 2 blank quotation marks. So for those of you who remember how to get strings, it's getLine, cin, comma, string. And I suppose we don't have to do a getLine here. I suppose we could use a cin and do like just first name, last name, but I think we can trust them to enter in a name. And then let's say we wanted to do something along the lines of, you know, I think I want to do a class system where we can allow the user to sort of choose what class they want to play. So let's say no, let's make that a method, or I'm sorry, not a method, a function. Yeah, I suppose that'll work. So, alright, let's say we'll come up here before int main and declare the prototype. So the prototype is going to be void show class menu. And it's not going to take any type of return or anything, or any type of argument. So we're just going to type show class menu in right there. And we're going to come down past the end. Now we're going to work on what that actually does. So we'll say void show class menu. And we'll do something like this. We'll say cout ranger let's say, well, actually, let's keep it basic. We'll do a warrior. The warrior is going to be high strength, low intellect, high high HP, low MP, a war-hardened hero. I really, as you can probably tell by this, I do not do very much in the way of creative writing when it comes to this sort of lore. So, alright, what we'll do here is we'll do Ranger. I suppose Ranger is going to have medium strength, high dex, low intellect, medium HP, and medium MP. And they're going to be a long range yeah, we'll just say a long range hero. And then lastly, we're going to create the mage. Not too many of these. And I suppose that I should check how much time we've got left. A couple seconds. Okay, that's good. And so the mage is going to be basically the exact opposite of what we've made so far. And he's going to be low strength, medium dex, high intellect, low HP, and high MP. Old man wise in the ways of magic. Beautiful. And so then maybe on the next line we'll do something along the lines of actually I should really only need one after each of these. Then on the next line actually do that. Press 1 to make a warrior. Press 2 to make a ranger. Press 3 to make a mage. Wow, okay. Yeah, alright, so I think that we're going to stop right here for this one, now that we have the menu down and sort of how we want it to be. In this video, we've covered constructors, destructors, how we're going to handle things being passed to our class, what sort of variables we're going to be using. In the next lesson, I think I might be able to wrap this up because I'm not too sure how much I'm going to be getting into. Oh wait, just as one quick little caveat, I suppose that having all these but not having experience seems like a pretty big shortcoming. Let's make that real quick. Alright. And we'll say like int to next level as well, since that seems pretty important too. So we'll copy these over, and you know what? I'll just do that in the source code because it seems like I'm going to run out of time. So I'll post the source code up for this, and I'll make the next video in this series in about, I don't know, 10 minutes. Alright, see you guys around.